Let's be real. Buying or selling a home, it's huge, right? It's one of the biggest, most complicated things any of us will ever do. You've got financing, the endless searching, making offers, mountains of paperwork. It's a total maze. Well, Zillow thinks they can fix all that. And today, we're going to dive deep into their incredibly ambitious plan to build a housing super app, one that promises to streamline the entire thing, from the very first thought to the final signature. So let's just get right into it, because this is where the journey and, let's face it, the stress really kicks in. You know how it goes. You're scrolling through Zillow, you find the one, and then that little voice in your head starts whispering, wait, can I really afford this? What's the monthly payment actually going to look like? That feeling of uncertainty? It's a total buzzkill. It can stop a home search dead in its tracks before it even gets going. All right, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to look at Zillow's vision, check out the smart tools they're building for buyers, then see how they're helping out agents. After that, we'll explore the new shopping experience, and finally, we'll see how it all comes together in their plan for a super app. All right, first up, let's talk about the smart tools Zillow is building for buyers. The whole point here is to take that initial anxiety and flip it into solid confidence. So how does Zillow's strategy start? By tackling that number one hurdle, financial uncertainty. And their secret weapon for this is a tool called buyability. Now, don't think of this like some basic static calculator you plug numbers into once. No, this thing is more like a dynamic financial co-pilot for your entire home search. It's constantly updating in real time, reacting to changes in interest rates, your own financial situation, all of it. The result? You get an immediate, realistic idea of what you can borrow so you can start shopping with, actual confidence. And it seems to be working. I mean, over 2 million people have already registered for this thing. But look, the big number is cool, but it's not the real story here. The real strategic genius is what this does for the next step. When these buyers finally connect with an agent, they're not just tire kickers. They're serious, highly qualified leads. They're informed, they're prepared, and they are ready to go. And for agents, and really for the whole process, that is an absolute game changer. Okay, so you've figured out your budget. Awesome. But now you're facing the next boss level, right? Especially when the market is hot. What in the world should you actually offer? How do you put together a bid that's smart, competitive, and actually has a shot at winning? Well, this is where another tool comes into play called Offer Insights. Picture this. As you're looking at a listing, this feature crunches real-time market data to show you how different offer prices might stack up. It's pretty cool. It basically turns what used to be a super stressful guessing game into a concrete, data-driven conversation you can have with your agent. You're not just throwing numbers at a wall. You're building a real strategy to win that home. All right, let's flip the coin and look at the other side of this whole transaction. Because, a fantastic experience for the buyer is only half the equation. Zillow knows they also have to build smarter tools for the agents who make it all happen. Yeah, this quote really nails their thinking. We can't provide a truly integrated transaction without giving agents the software they need to enable it. And the cornerstone of that software strategy is a platform called Follow Up Boss. The idea is for this to be the ultimate co-pilot for every real estate agent out there. And this thing is absolutely packed with AI. You've got AI smart messages that literally suggest personalized texts and emails for you to send, AI call summaries that listen to your calls and automatically pull out the important action items so you don't forget anything. Agents can even see which specific homes their clients are saving and favoriting. It's all about one thing: helping agents work smarter, not harder, respond way faster, and in the end, build a much stronger business. And you can already see the impact this is having. Get this, agents and their clients have already exchanged over 2 million of these AI-powered messages. But again, the number itself is just part of it. What it really shows is adoption. People are actually using it. By making an agent's day-to-day grind easier and more efficient, Zillow is weaving its software into the very fabric of the industry. They're making their platform totally indispensable for the pros who drive the whole market. Okay, so we've got confident buyers and super efficient agents. What's the next piece of the puzzle? Well, it's all about completely transforming the shopping experience itself. Think about it. For decades, what has online home shopping really been? Just clicking through a bunch of flat, static photos, right? Well, Zillow is rolling out something called a Sky Tour, and it's a massive leap forward. What they do is use drone footage and some slick machine learning to build this incredibly smooth, realistic 3D model of a home's exterior. You can zoom around, pan, explore the yard. It literally feels like you're flying a drone around the property yourself. You get a real sense of the place, the scale of the yard, the outdoor features, stuff that flat photos just can't capture. Now, this Skyore feature is part of a premium package called Zillow Showcase, and you can see that agents and sellers are really starting to buy in. A year ago, it was on just over 1% of new listings. Now, it's up to 2.5%. It might not sound like a huge jump, but that's steady growth. It shows that people are realizing that providing these richer, more immersive tours is a great way to attract serious buyers. And to help bridge that gap from looking online to actually visiting in person, they've also added something called tour itineraries. It's simple, but smart. It lets buyers and agents plan out a whole day of house tours, which homes, what times, where to go, and it's all organized right there inside the Zillow app. No more messy text chains or emails. So we've looked at the tools for buyers, the tools for agents, and the new way to shop. But here's the key thing to understand. These aren't just a random collection of cool features. They are all individual building blocks, and they're all leading to something much, much bigger. And that's the vision, the housing super app. The end game here is to create one single, totally integrated platform that connects everybody and everything in the real estate journey. We're talking from that very first spark of, I wonder what's out there, all the way to signing the final papers at closing. So let's just recap how this whole ecosystem is supposed to work together. It starts with buyers who get real financial clarity with buyability. Then they connect with agents who are using Follow Up Boss to give them amazing service. They get to experience homes in a totally new, immersive way with Skyore. And all the while, the communication is happening in one central spot. You see? By solving all these little frustrations at every single step, Zillow is creating this powerful gravity. It's pulling the entire transaction into its orbit. It makes things way smoother for everyone involved, and of course, it gives them a massive business advantage. And all of this leaves us with a massive, and I mean massive, question for the future of the entire real estate industry. Zillow is placing a huge bet here. They're betting that if they can create a platform that's so useful, so seamless, that it just becomes the default for everybody, buyers, sellers, and agents, then they can become the one app that runs the whole show. The big question is, can they pull it off?